Hi guys, it's Steffi from the Novelty Corner, and today I wanted to show you the first project using the July Brimbles box. So I'm going to be decorating some Traveller's Notebook covers. Or well, the insert covers I should say. So if you follow my Instagram channel, you may have seen various Traveller's Notebook covers that I've made over the last few months. And I just make them with scrapbooking paper. So this is another one. Okay, and I basically make them on a budget and for the lazy because there's lots of ways that you can make Traveller's Notebook inserts. You can collect your own pages and hand stitch them together, you can staple them together, however you like. I really don't have the patience for that, so what I've decided to do is actually use, now where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Move them out of the way. I actually use exercise books and scrapbooks. So I can actually create inserts from a pre-made book. And what I thought I would show you today is how I actually go about doing that. So the thing that you'll need are exercise books. So I have some that are just grid inserts. These ones came from the supermarket, they were like 40 cents. I have some scrapbooks that have 100 GSM paper in them, which is not huge, which is not great for artistic projects. However, when I use them for my art journals, I actually just double stick pages together to make them thicker and sturdier, and that works perfectly fine. Or you could use, if you want lined paper, these are just some sample pages that I got. You can use lined paper. And if you wanted like a journal with lined paper, you can even get something that's, 96 pages long, and then you've got a pretty chunky notebook. And then this is another scrapbook, again with 100 GSM paper. So you'll also need a scrapbooking paper of your choice. So I'm going to be using the ice cream pattern from the Brimbles box. You will need a metal ruler, you will need a Stanley knife or craft knife, a pen, some fold back clips, some glue, and a notebook insert just to use as a template, or you can do the measurements. I usually just trace off one that I already have lying around. So I happen to have a Happy Scrappy regular size notebook here, so I'm going to be tracing around the edge of that one. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to speed up the whole process because I don't really think you need to see the whole thing, so I'll show you the first part and then I'm going to speed it up. So I'll start with one of the smaller notebooks first. Now, if you line up the edges, because I'm going to be covering up the cover, I don't really care about the pen lines. So what I find easiest to do is pop bulldog clips at the top and the bottom. This just stops the pages from moving when you start cutting. If you line up your ruler, take your Stanley knife and you just start cutting. Now I apologise, this is going to shake the camera as well because the camera is connected to the table. So that's already done. So now we've got the width we like. The next part is just adjusting the height. You can start from the top. The reason I haven't is because the top and the bottom both have a little line and I just want the grid. Actually, I'd like to still do it this way. there you have it. You have a traveller's notebook insert. So I'm going to do the rest of the book, so I'm going to speed up the process and keep going. Okay, so when you're done, you have yourself a set of traveller's notebook inserts. And because I don't like the covers of them, I'm going to cover them with scrapbooking paper. And before anyone asks, with the leftover scrapbooks, because they have 3 staples in them and we've only needed to use 2 to keep 2 in the inserts, these are actually still very useful little books, so they'd be great list pads, whatever you'd like to use them for. So I have 3 of those. And the excess scrapbooking paper, because it's 100 GSM, I actually like to use that to do my hand lettering practice and doodling on, so I don't actually get rid of it, I do actually use it. It becomes my nicer scratch paper, really. Okay, so I have trimmed down some of my 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper, and I'm actually going to be covering one of my grid inserts because I'll probably end up using this one for work, and I like having the grid insert for that. So I've just trimmed it down so there's a little bit of overhang. I'm going to be using the straight edge along the straightest edge of my insert and basically wrapping it a little bit like a present, like so. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue, oops, and I don't go all the way to the edges only because I found, because I'm using such a stronghold glue, that it would squeeze out and it would actually stick to the paper inside the book. So I don't generally do it just because I don't want the glue to spread out to the edges. Just press it down for a minute. And while that's taking hold, I'm just going to bend the paper. You can use a credit card or something to smoosh the glue around, but trust me, it'll hold. Like I said, this is the lazy person's way to make inserts. And if you couldn't tell by the way that I just didn't measure anything, I just used something else, I'm not too fussed about perfection when it comes to these things. So then you just put some more glue on the other side, and I tend to roll it over into the spine and then push down. Again, sorry for the shaking video. Now, normally I would wait for this to dry completely before I cut it, but because I'm filming the video, you can see some of the glue came out on that edge. All I then do is take my ruler and my Stanley knife and trim off the excess about this way. trimming one side. I'll put this back. And the other. And there you have it, a traveller's notebook insert. Pretty and decorated and ready to go. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. If you have any suggestions for future DIYs, do let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys.